This is radio. WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Janelle, celebrity vocal coach right here, and I am a part of Give It Life.
And ratchet, we
And
bringing
real, extra ratchet, raunchy.
That'll be everywhere, like.
What we got coming up? Other shops is upstairs, but we down here by our also, man. This nigga got hit the wall off the set. We leave that up to Vito.
I love you without falling flat. More flowers and cards, you got a ton of that. More trips up the coast, maybe with a toast. You see I'm putting in time, really need to vote. Head full of these words, only one to quote. I choose you over the gold, that's the end quote. What I don't say, I attempt to show. On a journey through night, I'm guided by your glow. So blessed when you check, yes, it's over, no. Ever question how I'm feeling, ain't no letting go. Center of my world, you a living pearl. Say it to the world, like I do to you. When I can't find the words, it be getting tough. You put a hold on the time when I get a touch. Get your mind out the gutter, I don't mean that. On this page I write facts and I know that.
It's been a while since I told you I love you, and it's been a while since I laid up the road. The times I did you wrong. You know I get so busy, and you sticking with me is something that I don't wanna forget knowing, girl. I'm gonna show you how much I love you, how much I need you. I want you to know that I appreciate you sometimes. I don't know how to say it, girl.
Most of the time I'm too focused on the grind to even let our home problems cross my mind. I knew I should have took a step back from my rhymes, but I thought dollar signs and half naked dimes. That really was vibes, it never was true. I don't even know how I got above you. I should have stayed home, but I ran into the road. Kept sneaking out, heart being cold. Looking at you now, I finally understand. It took me a while to turn into this man. I knew I had it in me, many nights felt empty. Without you, baby, what would it really be? Another desert storm tearing down every farm. On the nights when it's cold, I'll keep you warm. Word on everything, I put that on me. You'll never feel like you're lonely.
Girl, it's been a while since I told you.
It's the still winning for me. The smell of new money when you sit in my V. Act shorty with the good J.O. We like to lay low. Dinner at Jersey City, lobster and baked potato. I made it to this moment, no lie, I had to pray though. Them project nights, ducking nines and Trey 8-0. 1159 staircase with chinky eyes. So cracked and got drippy. Find nothing when they frisk me, never let the girls play me. Diss you before you diss me. Drop 30 at the turf, handle the ball like Bibby. Them E&J nights stood out to daylight. Then slept my day away like if I wasn't raised right. Had to wake up, it's your turn, youngin'. Get your cake up, we from Eden Wall, home of the brave, nobody break us.
Don't worry about what people say. Won't be, that's just how we remain. Aim for the stars, the world
out of lemons, visions out of prisons. They still kinda blinded on the ways I've been gifted. Eden war birthed me, fist fights and free lunch. My neighbors couldn't see much, I was a star that was hidden. I skipped past boy, just a man with a mission. I was trying to be the new town, ended up at C-Town. Trouble I confused as fun, but I could see now all my legends with the jail, so I was trying to get my numbers up. Oldest of 11, still felt like an only son. Bud kept us going hard, ballin', reppin' housing. Rico gave us softball, some made the franchise. Al gave me football, the skies was the limit. Future means dreaming, no matter what the odds say. See it when you can't hear it, smell it when you can't taste it, feel it on the inside. Move it to your main drive, better green is here, and that was good on the other side.
Caps to fedoras, flight jackets from Blazers, barrel garments from Jordans. I'm no longer the poorest, I'm Bobby Portis. I always play hard, fuck with the scorers. Some got it fast, had it before us, they had it shortest. Kept pace caught up, I'm with the victors when they sought us. We the hare and the tortoise, yet when it's all determined by how I'm viewed by my daughters. I learn to laugh at the scoffers, curb your thirst, know your worth. You gotta decline some offers, we flourish when others falter. We eat and war bread to conquer, foundation, honor, loyal leaders. For fam, I run up on ya, I'd rather be chasing commas. Promise nothing's beyond us, I tell my youngest with promise. Now watch this music bonus, a new day's upon us. No time for division, north side, south side. I'm talking to every building.
With us, either war, north, south, it's a problem. This is just the first time we doing this. But imagine, back to back, so much fire on their ass. Hey, keeper, it's a better green entertainment situation thing. Horseshoe, we here. Yeah, shout out to Blizzo, making this happen.
These dudes, they doing what they do, you know. It's Eden Walls, all love. DJ P Nice, full effect. Peace.
We was expecting the young boys to do something.
Like a part 1, 2.
Yeah.
I come back.
And we had to throw Mob in there.
Okay. Be more.
Yeah. Peace, y'all. Happy Saturday. There's no need to adjust your screen. It is me, the gatekeeper, my partner in crime, WIZZ.
What up? What's up, everybody?
And yes, we have somebody in the building. We got the special guest, my brother Rod Jenkins. We're going to get to him in a minute. But welcome back. Yes, it's another episode of Behind Enemy Lines. We on iAccess Radio. WIZZ, tell them where they can find us.
Yeah, well, you can find us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Live, Ustream, Boxcast. I'm saying we can find us in your living room. All right?
And if you can't find us, that means you ain't searching hard enough. So you got to start searching harder, to make sure that y'all finding us, y'all getting in tune on what we have going on. Because this is the future. You heard that, right? The future of podcast and radio. You know that, right, WIZZ?
Mm-hmm. It is the future.
So if you ain't on the ship now, you're going to be on eventually. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to get those first class seats, man. So,
and Gate,
what's up?
I want to say a special shout to Big Al the Voice on 6 years.
6 years.
iAccess Radio.
We support it. Where's the claps, Al? Come on, bring our claps in.
I'm saying?
We're going to give you some real ones. 6 years. 6 years. So we definitely gonna find a way to celebrate that. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all go into the app. Is back up and running. iAccessradio.com is live. You can tune in there. Go to Facebook. Also YouTube. So
That wasn't dope.
so you can leave your comments in real time and be in tune with what we got going on with the show. And it's gonna be a dope show today, man.
Yes, it is.
It's gonna be a dope show today.
Always,
It's gonna be a dope show today. So we like to talk about mental health a little bit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna touch that today. We even got somebody in the building that is helping male mental health in a way that most people love through sports, you know what I mean? So we definitely gonna touch on that. So how you been feeling, Wiz?
I've been doing much better because my mom's had surgery over the week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean last week, and she had complications towards it, but she's much better. She yelled at me today. So she back.
Yeah, whenever they yelling, they back
Yeah.
in full effect. For my mental health, you know what I did? I did something spontaneous for my daughter's birthday. I went roller skating.
I know y'all didn't see that. Y'all guys see it. I got it. I got the clip.
I went roller skating, and yeah, you go talk to the mic. Speak up. Come on, get
Yeah,
cool. Use your big voice.
that mental health
Yeah.
is major in our community, and I'm glad Gate talking about skating because they bringing that back. Like back in the days growing up, Skate was it when they used to say like Allerton Avenue, 138th Street. It kind of vanished away. Now we bringing it back, so that's a great way for your mental health.
Yeah,
I'm
we
actually
need to bring
thinking
it
about
back.
putting an event together like that.
Oh well, we're gonna talk. 'Cause I
That's
want to be a
dope,
part of
yes.
that. But shout out to everybody that's tuning in. We appreciate you, Penny. We saw Sandy Salter in the building. We saw a couple other folks in there as
Don
well.
Cherry.
Don Cherry. We're gonna make sure we get to everybody. We appreciate y'all taking y'all time to spend with us. So I went roller skating, right? And for a minute, when I was 12, 13, I had it. I was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I got on them joints. I was like, murder, somebody go save me. You know what I'm saying? I went down, but because I've been in the gym and I've been taking care of my body, I was able to bounce back up and continue to skate. And you know what? We was about to book a whole event for like 3 hours, right? I did not know how tired I would be after an hour of skating.
Yes, that's a workout.
Man, oh man, Kevin McLaren is in the building. He said praying for a speedy recovery for your mom's Wiz.
What's going on, Kev?
So yeah, but it made me feel good again, to be jumping in front of the bullet and not being afraid to get back to the things that made you love living life. So I think that's going to be a huge gap, in closing that mental health issue that guys been having, getting back to not being so stressful, and being uplifted, all right? And we're going to hold these jerseys up for a minute because while we talking about that's what we doing, all right? Black Top Classic, and we're gonna talk about that because just like I went skating, he got these young men in my community, all right, playing basketball again, getting together again, building friendships, building communication. And this is the type of stuff that me, Al, and Wiz talk about all the time in our communities that make boys into men and make men into businessmen and things of that nature. So we're gonna get into that, and that's why we're here today to touch on a couple topics that's gonna help better male communication, to go to a couple things, and as you can see on the screen right there, the classic is opening up June 18th. All right, you're gonna have the what they gonna have? Break it down for them, Rob.
Basically, what we're gonna have opening day, you'll have live games, you'll have bouncy houses, you'll have COVID tested, you'll have another vendor out there doing HIV testing. We'll have people talking about mental health out there, and you'll have a bunch of games, bunch of teams coming from all over. You'll have the whole neighborhood collaborating. So it'll be like almost like a feel of Edenwald Day and a family day, just starting out to bring people back together because we was in a pandemic for 2 years. So this give us some type of relief, people getting back outside and getting to know our neighbors again, basically.
Getting to know our neighbors. And that's a beautiful thing. So you got a couple things set up at 6:15. We got the wild card, which is a segment that we have where we might be talking about money and finances, but you might want to talk about racing cars. We get the people as well as the guests to bring up a topic that nobody is talking about, and maybe we need to talk about. So that's happening about 6:15. We got the pressure check at 6:30, where we randomly call a friend or two. We ask them about the topics that we bringing up, and then we got something special that we're doing for all the independent artists that are trying to find their way in the world. You know what I'm saying? We got Chucky's Cut. You want to talk about Chucky's Cut, Wiz?
Yes, Chucky Cut. I'm saying, who do we have? I'm saying
we got Major Way. Major Way is dope, man. She's an artist that I met about 5 to 7 years ago through DJ El Marie and a showcase. And she was phenomenal in the showcase in Queens. She really rocked the stage, and y'all got to go follow her on Instagram. She became like a miniature motivational speaker. I would say she does daily affirmations, and her music is continuing to grow. And she's from the Bronx, so I'm happy to have her. You know, once again, we're gonna get to a point where you get to vote on it to keep it or cut it, and it's open to everybody. We want to turn strangers into families here at Better Green Entertainment, as well as IXS Radio and Behind Enemy Lines. So all you got to do is submit your music. There's no cover charge. There's no tricks. There's no fine print you got to read. You submit your music, and we plan to turn strangers into friends with Chucky's Cut. So that's what we're doing with that. So with that being said, we're gonna get into this interview. Get y'all brought up to speed on my brother here, Rod, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna open the lines about 5:30. So anybody that wants to call in, talk to Rod, find out what he's got going on, how he got the way he got, and everything else. We're gonna do that for you. Phone number 347-708-0216. So let's get into it. First of all, welcome to Behind Enemy Lines, Rod.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all having me here. I'm excited about doing this interview.
You know, I'm happy on many levels. And for you guys that was able to tune in on time and catch the video of Champions Only that played, shout out to Delatini, Nicole, J-Ha, and myself. We shot that video, and the basketball clips came from your tournament last year. And I remember, I don't know if you remember, but I remember like, I want to say almost like maybe 2-3 years ago, I was coming from the north side, being a fat boy, I was going to Popeyes. And I was coming from Popeyes, and I saw you, stop me if I'm lying, I saw you in Granada, and you was chopping it up, and you was like, yo, Ty, Conehead. You know, everybody don't get to call me that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you call me that, you got to know me, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, this is what I got going on. I got this tournament. I started a couple years ago, XYZ, remember that?
Definitely.
And you was like, yo, I'm working it, and I want you to be a part of it. And I said, yo, whatever you need me to do, I gave you my number. Whatever you need me to do, I'm there for you. And from that day on, and why I'm so proud to be doing this interview right now, because a lot of people hit me up and they talk about what they're gonna do, and it never comes to fruition. You know what I mean? And I've learned that you have to sit back and wait for people to really put their best foot forward, and then when they bring you back into the light, you know what I'm saying, help them push what they have to another stratosphere if you could. That's what I enjoy doing. So after that, you had the tournament. I wasn't able to make it, but then the next year I saw you again. You was like, your tie's popping. And I said, yo, I'm gonna make it my business to be there, right?
Definitely
And,
did.
and sure enough, you came. You was like, who that in the pit back then?
But yeah, I seen Ty in the pit enjoying the games. Like, you know, I didn't even know he was gonna show up. He told me I'm gonna show up. You know, everybody got a busy schedule. Everybody got their lives they got to take care. But you definitely was there. You definitely supported. Even Duce, shout out to Duce Keith, big supporter. The whole neighborhood's a big supporter. And one thing you did when you said that you had your podcast going, you promised, hey, you're gonna be on this platform, and you did that.
It was easy to do because I enjoy seeing people put back in the community. I enjoy seeing people follow through on their word. And when you follow through, that makes me follow through. Yeah. So with that being said, if you know anything about Lance Stevenson, if you know anything about Sebastian Telfair, then you should know about the man sitting to my left, Mr. Rod Jenkins. So first question, tell us about who Mr. Jenkins is from start to where you are right now.
Mr. Jenkins is one of those kids that grew up in Edenwald projects as a young kid, just wanting to escape the projects and have reality. So playing basketball was one of the ways to escape the projects of living there, growing up there. It was great growing up there. You had to battle adversity, going to school every day. People think like Edenwald is just known as violence, but it was not only that. We had great guys like you coming up, went to school, one of the toughest high schools. Evander led them in rushing, y'all. So people like you growing up and everybody else growing up made me want to be able to give back to my community. So after I, went to college, came back, I haven't seen really much going on with the courts too much. Like we'd do events there, but it wasn't consistent, consistent since, like I had like We Could Get Along with Sean Rhodes, right there on that side. You know how that was. That was a great tournament going up. So I was like, dang, I got to start something down here. A lot of these kids would be like, I can't play for Riverside. I can't play for the Gauchos. My moms don't got the money. So growing up, I knew that like I was good. My moms didn't have the bread for me, but I was like, all right, these schools are coming and coaches is coming for me to go away and travel. So I was like, all right, everybody can't be like one of us. Right. So let me start a league for them right here. And let me just call it Granada Blacktop because, the floors is black. It was like the park was horrible when we first started. I ain't going to lie, the park was horrible. The floors is black. So we like, we're going to call it Granada Blacktop. I had went to buy some T-shirts. I had like my last $500. I'm like, buy some T-shirts. We started it up. The first weekend, it was great. I was like, dang. Then I just started writing down my plans and my visions. And I started out playing on the garbage can. I'm not even going to
Yes,
lie.
me too. Me too.
Just playing right
Me
there on
too.
the 2 garbage cans, shooting around. That court was never fixed. And then I would go behind Sousa eventually and to work on my game. So after I graduated, I got my master's in educational leadership.
Tell me where you graduated from.
Graduated from Florida A&M University.
Yes, sir. We can't just skip that.
HBCU.
HBCU.
Master's in education leadership. Played Division One, New York City, top 5 all-time leading scorer.
Say it again.
Jordan All-American.
Say it again.
McDonald's nominee.
Say it again.
All-City every year. Overseas contracts and stuff like that played, and then knee injuries and things like that. So help the next generation behind you. Like one thing I don't like about the older people that we tend not to want to give back or pass the torch.
Yes.
So like I started this not just for me and myself. I think this is a whole community thing. So when people say Granada Blacktop, it's for 10, 20 years from now when kids go to school. Once that started and fade out, I want them to keep on going and keep on going. This ain't just, it's your tournament. No, it's the neighborhood. This is a neighborhood thing. This ain't just for me or the neighbor next to me. It's like learning your neighbors again. That's basically what it is. So for me, giving back is one of the most important things we need in our community, especially with all the gun violence going on in today's society. And a lot of these kids, they need that. Single parent home, grew up in a single parent home. My mom working 2 jobs just for us to survive. And all I had was basketball was one of the ways to keep me off the street. Yeah. Sometimes pay our cable bill, pay our rent. It was times that coaches had to pay me to play basketball games, and nobody knew that. And they was like, where you getting this money from? Yeah, give me $500 there, $1,000 here, and nobody just never knew that. Now I can say that now because I'm not in college no more.
The NCAA can't get them now.
I'm not in college no more, so I can tell a real story.
And now look at the flip of that. Shout out to D Chorus. He's from Idawal, in the community center. He said, this right here is special. Yes. It is special, and you were able to do something that I'm still trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Even when it came to football, I had my amateur adult team in Idawal for 5 years, and the financial burden that it took, I really couldn't sustain it without the proper help. But just seeing some individuals and taking them on games and getting them out of the projects and just going on those trips, those are memories I'll never forget. So I'm going to tell you right here, right now, these kids and what they're experiencing right now will never be forgotten. And you just don't know how many doors you're opening for kids to step through and say, you know what, I heard Rod's story and I seen what he went through and I seen what he was able to give me. The inspiration that you're giving to these kids, man, I just really want to applaud you for that. And that's why I had to make this happen. You know what I mean? It was, even when I was rapping in my verse and I was talking about Buddy, I was talking about Al, I was talking about all those guys that gave me a different opportunity besides running the streets, because that's all I envisioned at a certain point. And now you're doing that with this Blacktop tournament, man. And the action was great for me last year. You know what I'm saying? Seeing these new All-Americans playing, seeing these guys doing dunks, you know what I mean? Because I remember when I had a chance to play in the We Can All Get Along, and I just couldn't get it together financially. So for you to be able to create this, man, once again, applause to what you're doing, man.
Yes.
Being top 5 All-American, you know what I'm saying? We both level number 5, so it's just special. You know what I'm saying? They don't know about that 5. So tell us really, like I said, you touched on it a little bit about what made you wanted to do it, but what really inspired you to have this tournament? Was there one specific kid that you were shooting with one day? Was it the not use of the basketball court on the north side? What was it? Because when I seen it, I don't know if a lot of people gonna remember, but you remember Sagan used to have the game by Charles Barkley, Shut Up and Jam? Yeah. When I came down there, that's what it felt like at first. Yeah. The excitement and the energy was like, woo, yeah, we gotta tell the people about this.
And we get not good complaints from the neighbors like that. When they don't hear the whistle, they're like, what's going on? Like if there's no games going on there. So it's like the people look forward to him. If you go to the grocery store, they say, hey, any games today? So it's not just for the kids, it's for the adults also. They feel like that's a family day from. That's for them to come outside and enjoy with their kids. They feel safe. So me growing up, I always wanted that court to be fixed because I always had to travel far to go work out or travel. Now, Sousa wasn't far, it was close, but I had to go to different places to work out. I wanted to be like, Dad, I could come out my building like how you come out and just go to the court. Stay out all night without the police bothering you. So that was always one of my visions. Like, if this court don't get fixed, it's going to be one of my things to try to get it fixed and start a league here Which you also building a legacy for the whole neighborhood, just for your whole neighborhood instead of, you see how Dykeman is, you see how Rucker is, you see how Tri-State hoops in the sun. I just wanted to build something different where we could stay that Edenwald, we built that. So we could get along. You got Blacktop, you got Koa with Bud. Even with the football part, you want to build something, add on to that legacy. Legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope. And I'm glad y'all did it because, like I said, the energy is just amazing. What's the best part about what you do?
The best part about what I do is not just basketball part. Everybody see that part. That's like the best part, right? We also a nonprofit 501c3, which focus on mental health, tutoring, scholarships, character development, job readiness, and it goes on and on and on. So that's the best part we do. Focus on when a kid can say, hey, you see you by the store when you come. Can you help me go to college? Can you call this coach? Can you help me fill out my resume? That's things that go unnoticed. So people only see the basketball part, and that's the exciting part. But some of these kids, we don't know what they really going through at home. Some of them can't read, they can't write. They don't have the money to travel different places. They don't know how to talk to the coaches, and I get a lot of messages all the time, and it's just like that's really important. So this nonprofit is geared mainly towards that. Basketball really brings everybody together in our neighborhood as a family day, getting along. So when this is not going on, the crime rate is higher. When this tournament is going on, and the stats shows it, the crime rate is at its low.
And the funny thing, that's something that really happened because, we used to be in the middle of the north side, south side beefs, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny, you can laugh about it now. But sports has always been, in our community, one thing that, between sports and music, has always been two things that we could lean on that always brought our communities together. Like, it really brought friendships with guys on blocks. You'd be so crazy. People don't believe it. The buildings can be right next to each other, and people don't go to the building. They don't talk to each other. They hate it, and it's literally right there. So all the friendships that I've grown from the people on both sides of our development just through sports, it made you want to be an athlete because we used to play softball in the summer, basketball in the summer. Like, we couldn't wait for the north side, south side, all-star games, the old-timer games. This tournament last year, witnessing it, seeing people share it on Instagram and Facebook was one thing, but going down there and witnessing the energy, I can see that it did have an effect on bringing people together and these young youths. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the things that is going to help break some of that gang culture, you know what I'm saying, and get people back to knowing individuals. So I love what's going on with this Granada Classic. We got to talk about it. What other events have you started?
We did turkey giveaway. We did that this fall, November, and Edenwald Center. Tabby Dream Doll was a part of that too. Came out collaborator. Sisters of God came out collaborator with us. We gave out over 150 turkeys, right out of our pocket. Just, you know what? I'm just gonna buy 100 turkeys and give it to the families. You got to have the passion to want to do that. You just can't just say, I'm not doing it for any clout. I'm not doing it for nothing. It's just like passionately, I want to just help the next generation, help the people that's there. Dope. I just want to help them. And I think when I'm a senior, I want the next generation to follow up and not rob and beat me up or shoot me in my back. So I got to teach them the principles and morals that was missing when we was growing up. It ain't the same principles and morals. Like you said, it used to be beef, but we knew we ain't taking it that far. You used to have a fight with somebody and still could play basketball with them. Still could play football on Sunday. I still watch y'all run. He dumb nice. You know what I'm saying? And we'd still play. Even with your brothers growing up, Marcus and the rest of them, we used to still be able to play football, and we'd be like, we playing out here next Sunday, 2 o'clock. Whether they had a scuffle or not, we still playing. It was cool. Now, today, if you scuffle with somebody, you might die tomorrow. Somebody might just shoot you. So the Granada Classic, like we build codes and be in the family culture, even with both sides of the project. So it just happened that just on that side of the project, we want to spread it long term on the whole development where this whole tournament could be going on both sides. And this year we added girls playing in women basketball this summer. We extended it to the women too. And they come with a lot of people. It's a different feeling. We just want the atmosphere to be great at Granada.
Growth. But even though it's on the north side, it don't feel like it's one-sided at all. And I think all tournaments, when we put our foot down, like even when it was the turf tournament, we had teams coming from Baychester, all over the place. It never felt like it was just one area.
It's home, right?
So it's home. So being there and watching it, it didn't feel like it was north versus south or none of that. It was just talented players. So you're doing a great job of what you're doing. So I commend you guys on keep doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, the phone lines are open 347-708-0216. If you want to speak to Rod and get some more details or shout him out, tell him about what you see him doing and how much you appreciate him. Tell him young boys don't rob him when he's older later. You want to put that out there. So let's continue. Tell us about
one more thing before I cut you off. Add to
that,
we also did a toy giveaway after the turkey drive in December. We did a toy giveaway for that for the kids also.
When do you start collecting toys? So if people want to do donations.
We collect starting like late July, early August, because you got to prep for that 2-3 months in advance. You don't want to come November or December to start collecting. So if any donations, we there. You could DM us. We'll send you our Cash App or whatever.
Okay. So keep your minds on that. So we got to take you back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, if you know Lance, you should know you. Tell us about your best game in college and high school.
High school, that's a good question.
I saw you have to show the jump shot off a couple times.
High school, let me see what's my best game. One of my best games. I think we was playing against Columbus my 10th grade year. I had many more than that. And Columbus was, they had one of the best teams in the city.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of seniors. They saying, they was gonna blow you out by 40. They way better than that. They were saying another good player was way better. He was older though. They said Elvis Laura was way better than you. So the next day, I told him, hey, I'm going to give you like 45. We might lose, but I'm going to give you 45. That next day, I had about 47 on Elvis Laura. True story.
That's what's up.
True story. We end up losing by like 2 points, but I just, as a scorer and as a shooter, when everything is going in, you don't really see a defender.
Yeah.
Like respectfully, no disrespect.
Dope.
And once again, what high school you was playing for?
WIZZ Academy. I was one of the reasons why WIZZ Academy is what it's at now. Kids want to go there now because we started that trend and winning. Before that, nobody wanted to go to that school.
Man. All right, tell us about a game at FAMU when you was
FAMU
on fire.
Where we was at? Oh, I was at the Dayton Flyers. Actually, I had 27 points, 8 assists at Dayton U. Shout out to my young boy Mally Smith, Scoochie Smith, that went to Dayton U. I had a great game there, and one against Norris Coast also. I had 28 against Cleveland State. Those are like one of my two best games there.
We gotta get some highlights, man. I gotta see some highlights, man. It's just so much positive energy that I feel with you sitting in this chair. I know you're gonna make everything happen, and I'm glad you're sticking to the vision plan because the kids need it, Edenwald need it, and I see the seeds being planted, to grow and sprout, and it's gonna be a great garden. What advice would you give to any other person looking to improve their community?
I would just say connect with your community first, see what your community need, and just try to plant the seed from there. Stay consistent with your community. Like once you said, Cone, we don't know how to communicate. Like we might say something now and we might not speak again until 3 years from now. You know what I'm saying? We don't communicate. So the biggest thing in our community, we don't communicate, we don't execute, and we don't stick together. Meaning, like each one teach one is what I mean. So if you see an older lady walking into the building, you're supposed to help her with her groceries. You're supposed to make sure she get in. That's one of the things you're supposed to do as a young man. We missing that now. Now today's youngins, they just robbing seniors, taking book bags, doing whatever, taking their purse. We missing that. So that's one thing I would say. Be a leader, lead first, and everybody that watch you from now. So I can't go to my community and say, hey, I'm standing on the corner with the guy, I'm hustling, and then tomorrow, yo, go do this, go do that. They're not gonna respect you. They're not gonna look at you the same. So I try to keep the boundaries. When they see me, it's all love, and that's that. So you can't be today, oh, I'm a drug dealer, and then tomorrow I'm trying to be a community activist. That don't work. Today I'm a gangbanger, and tomorrow I'm a basketball player. People don't care about that nowadays. Yeah. So stay in your lane and be a leader.
And I respect you on that because when a lot of people see me on the block, like, yo, Ty, you never outside, but you outside. Once I realize what it's gonna take to get to that next level, what it's gonna take to be the proper example. I got 3 daughters, and I want to be an example for their boyfriends, they friends that's coming around. And once again, every chance I get, I'm trying to do something right in the backyard. You know what I mean? So I applaud what you were doing. I see how the people came out when the Y opened and John Starks was there. And I want to see the same love for you when the tournament is happening. And that's why I had to have you here, and I have to do my part. And as many times we got to bring you back until 1 million people know about the Black Classic topic or tournament. You are now family here, all right? So me, Wiz, Al, whatever we can do, Chucky, you know what I'm saying? Because Chucky will hunt you down too. So you got to let them know. They don't come to the game, we're going to send Chucky to the doors, you know what I'm saying? Bang it. But
yeah,
I love what you're doing. I love the jerseys. I like how everybody was was matching. Nobody was out of uniform. I seen some high school coaches even bringing their teams. It was real organized, and I like what you're doing. One other thing that you didn't bring up that I did like that you're doing, and I would like us to be a part of that too. I like how you did the clean up the projects program.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that a little bit?
That cleanup came about, keep your community clean. Basically, like we didn't have garbage cans like that. The garbage cans removed.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the examples we want to keep everybody accountable for what they do. So we can't depend on housing all the time to clean up. So we started this project, Keep Your Community Clean, community cleanup project, where we'll come out every Saturday at 9 to maybe 12 and just clean up the community. So we'll start on different project development, cleaning up. So we'll start on Granada, then we'll maybe start the turf, and we'll go all the way around cleaning up. And that helps keep the community clean where we don't really have to need housing. And we able to police ourselves all the time. So we could police ourselves and keep the community clean. We don't really need them. So that community project gives you structure, leadership, and build teamwork.
Yeah, I like that a lot. When I saw that posted it up, I thought that was just amazing. And how nobody else didn't think of that before, but that's something that we need to continue to spread. So does that happen just during the season, or is that something you want to do all through the year?
I want to do it all through the year, but with COVID, we was doing it a little bit, and then COVID kind of set everything back.
Yeah.
So we got to do it again.
Okay.
Restart over, get everybody back outside again, and start it back up.
Ms. Purdy said on the jersey it has BTW. What does that stand for?
Built to win.
Nice. Okay.
So Granada built to win. So everybody's built to win. So if you say, "Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that," you're already built to win. We're telling them you're already built to win.
I like.
So
that.
even if you
I
take
like
off Granada, you'll say Built to Win Classic.
Yeah, I like.
So you'll say BTW Classic, or you'll say Granada Built to Win Classic. So we'll say Granada BTW Classic.
I like that. I got a special request. I need 3 jerseys.
I got it.
I need one with a number 5 for me. Where's what number you getting? I mean, he a Cowboy fan. We have to talk to Al. We need one for Big Al.
I'm saying, give me 24.
So we'll talk after. So is there anything else that we might have missed that you want the people to know about you and what you got going on?
Also, we want the people to know that we want y'all to be family to the community. We want y'all to support every time y'all here. If y'all see something going on, say something. If you see something in the community, say something. If I'm not doing something right, say something. Pull me to the side, tell me. Like, I want you to know that we family. If you see a kid doing something, say something. So if I see a kid doing something crazy, I know they robbing people, and I don't say nothing, I'm just as guilty.
I agree.
So I want people to hold everybody accountable.
Nice. Red Spice is in the building. What's up, Red? How you doing? Let's show these jerseys one more time.
Okay.
Show those jerseys one more time. And when does the season officially kick off?
June 18th. June 18th, the season kicks off. Granada Built to Win Classic. It's up and coming. We got a Nike representative that's trying to come out opening day to maybe try to give us a sponsor. Nike representative that's coming out. So we just reaching out to a lot of people, and people supporting. They like what we're doing. They tell you, Rome wasn't built in a day. So you just got to keep building it and keep grinding. Nothing's easy.
You know what teams are gonna play already, or
we don't know what teams are gonna play, but we got an idea. It's gonna be a crazy setup, though.
I like number 30. What's his name again? Number 30. I like him.
Number 30 is Bryce. We got another special kid that's coming.
Yo, Wiz, he was
another
jumping
one
off the ceiling, B. I wish I had springs like that again.
There's a kid out there in Jersey. His name is Jaden Glover. The boy is nice.
Okay.
Jaden Glover.
We'll have to look him up. But so yeah, that's what we got going on. Tell the people how they can reach you if they want to help, sponsor, anything.
If you want to reach me, you can go to Granada BTW Classic Instagram. My Facebook is Rod Jenkins, if you want to reach me there. Or my regular Instagram is International Rod 5. You can reach me there also. If you want to send a donation, the Cash App is Granada BTW Classic.
That's dope. So, like I said, we appreciate everything that's going on with the BTW Classic. And I think it's gonna be some awesome games this year. It was awesome last year, and actually, I'm looking forward to it. So come out and support everybody in the community. Come out and support everybody that's in the neighboring communities. Come out and support. You're gonna have a good time on 18th. Like you said, bouncy house, food, music. What else? Anything else?
Live performances from
with-
any rapper that's got a platform that want to just showcase their music. That's want to come out. You get 2 songs and perform as a halftime.
I might have to get one of my artists to come.
Any dances you got, it's a platform for everybody.
Wiz, you want to read that one?
What's up? What's up, Warbucks? My son just asked me to ask you, do you have any basketball drills on YouTube he can watch? Because he's very interested in playing basketball. He said he needs the help. I see Warbucks out there on live with
That's for you, Rob. That's for you. That question for you.
Any drills? Just hit Rasheem Jenkins into YouTube, and you will see a bunch of drills there of me developing with kids.
Okay. And we know Warbucks, you know what I'm saying, personally, so we might have to link you with him personally, and you can help his son out.
Also, we do clinics at 9 in the morning to 11, free clinic for kids to get better every morning, Saturday and Sunday. Forgot that part.
Okay, cool. That's dope. So that's starting the 18th, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
so
free.
After the Warriors, will the Warriors be done by the 18th?
Wait, hold on. What you mean done?
No, I'm not done. I'm going for them to win the series. So that's,
okay.
I'm on the Warriors bandwagon.
I was about to ask you.
No. We're not even gonna go there right now. A lot of people been chasing and knocking my door down. Like, yo, Todd, you said they was gonna win game 1. When I went to sleep, they was up by 12. If you expect Boston to drop 40 every quarter and outshoot the Warriors, if they outshoot the Warriors, I ain't got nothing to say. But I don't see that philosophy working long term. I'm sorry, Rod. You got.
It's gonna be a good series. I see not Boston, Golden State maybe 4-2.
Yeah, I see that.
I think that first game they was up. They should have still won.
Yeah.
Clay got to show up more, and Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole. I was surprised at Jordan Poole, but that's another show. Okay, that's the extremity show. We don't want to step on their toes, right? They family to High Access Radio.
That's right.
I'm gonna throw the flag in a minute, all right?
Shout out to.
So on our show, like I said, we like to talk about relationship topics from the male point of view, and we also do that to help the men's mental health a little bit, especially in the younger men. We communicate with relationships and things of that nature, and also the guys our age, because some of us, like you said, grew up in a, one family home, and we didn't have all the tools that we needed in our toolbox at the proper time. If we didn't have the right people in our circles to help us. So the topics that we're gonna talk about today is they're kind of spicy. I hope you're ready for this. You know what I'm saying? You've been under pressure before, so I don't expect you to back down. I need you to give them 40-something right now, right? Does your profession invite cheating behaviors? That's one topic. Does money dictate if you can have the partner you're chasing? That's another topic. And is telling the truth making relationships better or worse? Let's start with number 2. Is telling the truth in a relationship making it better or worse? A lot of women are saying they want you to tell the truth. Be upfront with them. Right? And then, you laughing? Come on, Rob, you laughing? What happened?
I think you should tell the truth. They might not like it, but I think you should tell the truth. But it might be worse for you if you tell the truth. I don't mind telling the truth. So if that happens, that happens. You got to tell the truth. You feel me? If it's meant to be, you know what I'm saying? Come on. I'm telling the truth regardless of the fact. I mean, we all lie. They say men lie, women lie. Numbers don't, but I'm telling the truth most of the time.
Well, when you say the numbers, does it mean how many times?
I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying.
So what y'all think, though? I want to hear y'all.
Do we curve on a curve? Do we grade on a curve? Like women say, if they wore a condom, it don't count. Is that what we doing?
Wait, hold on.
You heard that. I know y'all heard that. Women say if they wore a condom, the body don't count. Me, I'm a different man. You know what I'm saying? If I touched anything in the vicinity, it counts. It counts. I was there. I was there, right? So if I go and tell the truth, Miss Purdy says something, right? You want to get that? What was she saying,
You should
Rob?
always tell the truth, but it depends on what you're talking about.
We talking about everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying as soon as you meet a girl, tell her like, yo, I got 35 bodies. If you feel comfortable, then tell her you got 35 bodies. If you think it's not going to affect you, right?
Look, you going to tell somebody you have 35 bodies?
Yeah, I would tell them.
I'm not.
But that's how the new age era wants you to date. They want you to come to the table with the truth. And see, the reason I'm asking these questions, you know what I'm saying, there's a method to the madness. He's a mentor to these young men. You know what I'm saying? So some of these questions these athletes might have that they can't go home and ask a father figure or an uncle figure, so they come to us coaches. You know, so I have to go through that. So I like to pick the brain of, if you was talking to one of your players and he comes and say, yo, coach, I got this girl I'm feeling. and she asking me to tell the truth. But if I tell the truth, I'm going to lose her. What should he do? What would be your advice?
My advice is tell the truth, because if you don't, you might hurt her still by not telling the truth. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We all lie, right? Men do lie. Nobody's perfect.
I ain't lying,
you
bro. I
feel
know what
me?
you're talking about. I don't lie,
But
bro. I don't lie, bro.
I prefer to tell the truth. Honestly, for me,
Dang,
I told the truth, and girls might break over me, but
I
I'd
will
rather
tell you
the
to play the
truth.
clip.
No. You ain't playing the game.
I'll say
The past is the past. I don't need to know about that unless you got a kid out there somewhere. You know, if
I
child
agree.
support ain't catch up to me, I'm not gonna just claim no kid. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I see now, because I was watching the comedian Blackstone, right? And he was like, for all my women that I used to be with, I cheated on all of y'all. If you didn't know now you know I cheated on all of you. And I'm like, he already has a new relationship now where him and his significant other agree to have, I think once a month, they get to do what they want to do. He get to go out, be with a girl, and then come back home. Is that the new dynamic of relationships, and how comfortable are we allowing that to happen? Because a lot of people seem like that's taboo and it shouldn't be happening. What's your thoughts?
I don't think our generation understand relationships anymore. I think it's more survival mode. Like,
Yep.
it's based on what you could get, a girl could get, probably maybe, or a guy could get from a girl. I think it's based on what they could get. I don't think it's mainly. I could be wrong though. It's rare to find real love nowadays. In our generation, it's all about what you could get. You got a nice body, you got money. So if you go up to a girl right now, calling them like, I ain't got no money, you think she gonna hold you down? It's a few that maybe, but you think she gonna hold you
Yeah,
down?
she gonna hold me down. She like my muscles. Nah,
You're a rare breed.
I can't get.
You're a rare breed.
I can't get by like that.
Blessed. You
Listen,
blessed.
Delectable David said, "Damn if you do, and if you don't. The truth is not meant to hurt, but it does hurt sometimes." So now, as a woman, Miss Davis, if you was hurt by the truth, do you stay? You know, even as a man, when a woman tells you the truth, and I don't just mean to get caught cheating stage, right? If you're going into a new relationship and you say to the person, I like you, but I'm not looking for a tied down relationship. I'm gonna have 2 or 3 pieces. You know what I mean? Is it okay to say that?
Yeah, I think it's okay to say that because you honest, you up front, but you don't want to mislead nobody. So that part I agree to. Like, I'm gonna have 2 or 3 pieces, I'm gonna mess with you. Now it's her choice to stay. Like, y'all still want to mess with you or not.
So I've seen women say that, oh, he ain't this, he's a piece of crap, but the man comes out and says, listen, I told you I was gonna have 2 or 3 pieces, and now you tripping. You know what I'm saying? When you get to that dynamic of the relationship, as a man, how do you navigate that without looking like a dog?
That's a tough one. You might have to leave one of those pieces alone.
But they're all good pieces. Miss Purdy said, not happening. You got to be more clear, Miss Purdy, of what you're saying is not happening. Go, Rod, you can read it. Just read it.
If you had one thing to change in your life, what would you change it?
Did you mean him as a player, or do you mean him with all his pieces?
Yeah, one thing.
Well, I got a question.
Would you change it? Would you change it? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. There's no.
I think he meant as a player. If you had one thing to change, what would it be? Miss Purdy said, if it's meant to be, then it will be together. Right. If it's not meant to be, then oh well, be on your way to the next one. You know, women be wanting them. But go ahead, answer that first question. Is there anything that you felt you would have changed or done different?
As a basketball player?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what he meant.
Well, ask both.
As a basketball player, I think I would have I would say eat better, take care of my body much better. If I know we was eating younger, like you said, like McDonald's and having trainers and waking up and going to the beach, if I had a trainer and ate better, I think I would have been way more explosive and different things like that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that too, because I found that out when I got to Marshall in West Virginia. You know, I was big, right? So a lot of guys, when they saw my body build, it was like immediately he's a linebacker. But I was a running back. And with limited resources at Evander and just the track behind the building, it was just raw working out. If I would have had a full trainer and someone that really explained how important track was running, because the younger boys that was coming from like that DC, Virginia area, they were just fast. You know what I'm saying? Like I was naturally quick, but having that real 4.2, 40, 4.3, 40, I was maybe low 4.5. That was after like really working on your takeoff. You know what I mean? So I agree with you on that too. In our neighborhood, all we had was Chinese pizza. You know what I'm saying? Not the proper regimen for athletes at all. Wiz, you got that one?
Yes, it depends on the topic of the truth, and it depends on the no-go zone. Boundaries are important. In the form that is important, but if you don't want to be one of the two of them, move on. Be honest with yourself, and what are you going to accept?
And I think that's why I brought that up, because a lot of people are saying, you know, I'd rather know going in, and then you get halfway down the relationship, and there's like you're seeing a lot of people getting blasted on Facebook, on Instagram, and when you get, because there's always three sides to the story. You know what I'm saying? There's your side, my side, and somewhere in between there's the truth. So when you start hearing a lot of truth of these relationships, you realize that there are more people telling you exactly what they are up front, and people are trying to change them faster than they think is possible. And I think a lot of people, especially men, when they're dealing with women, if they tell you, listen, I'm out here, I'm for the streets. Don't be chasing them with no baseball bat later on. You right, you know I ain't lying, right? You know you seen it in the hood.
But gang,
come on, Rod. Come on, Rod. Give it up, Rod. You come on.
I'm in Nick Cannon's DM right now, asking how do you how everybody is accepting this?
Well, because once again, once you know,
and
it goes back to G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle. You know what I mean? I think people know, but then they want to live up to the, you know, perception of what their friends is seeing and saying later on. You know what I mean? So say if I had one of those shorties that I know is giving it up, but I'm getting what I want, right? And then I go with my boys, they're like, yo, son, I seen her like on Dykeman the other day, then I seen her on Fordham over here. Now, yo, how you putting up with that? Perception, reality. So I'm one for the truth, and I think we gotta get to a point where we telling our boys, like, yo, bro, I got this under control. If I'm happy, why you just can't be happy for me? Shorty, tell your friend. If you're happy, then why you can't just be happy for me? Why I gotta have your misery? You know what I'm saying? If Nick Cannon is doing well with 19 baby mothers, who am I to be mad? What's wrong with it?
But I'm just saying, I give him all that.
Yvonne Owens said, tell the truth and be upfront. All right. And that's the message we want to give to the young youth. Don't be afraid to tell the truth and be upfront. You know what I'm saying? If you're a dog, you say, you know, I'm a dog.
But I'm just saying, okay, what if I'm playing devil's advocate?
Let's do it.
What if a woman tells you, I'm not ready to settle down? It's a hard pill for us to swallow.
Ra, have you ever been in that situation, Ra?
Where women don't want to settle down?
Yeah.
I've been in plenty of those situations.
Was that a hard pill to swallow?
Nah.
Tell them where you from.
Feel it.
Tell them where you from.
Edenwald Project.
Exactly.
How they say?
Ain't no
Edenwald player.
Tell them, Ra. Let them know, Ra.
She not ready. You got like another 15 that's ready.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, no. Say like
you got another 15. You come off the bench. She go to the back of the bench.
Oh, she was.
Yeah. She not in the starting lineup no more. So I'm gonna keep it on basketball terminology.
Keep it in the basketball
terminology. So she not ready. I gotta put you in the back of the bench and call them up.
Thank you.
You not running the 4-2, then we got to put you in the back.
Got it. Run the triangle. Run the triangle.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like the GM. We ahead of the coaches.
Oh my God.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yo.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if a guy's into the woman, right? And your boy, and what if she
not ready to give it up?
What if she's no? You're missing. You're in a relationship.
But there's different types of relationships.
She says, I want more than one man. That's what I'm going with.
Shout out to Bolo Uno checking in. He said you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. If you're not ready for me to be the one and only, but I can still be in rotation, I'm good. What part of the relationship we in, Wiz? Because if it's not the I do part or the like serious committed part, because I think a lot of young boys, well, I want to say about 10 years ago, every young kid, once they got one kiss, that was a full committed relationship. No, I'm lying. Stop me if I'm lying. All right. So we got to start explaining to our young men that there's levels to the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you got a kiss don't mean you own that yet. You understand what I'm saying? Like, slow down, young buck.
Well, we got back to the 10 years because, you know, more than if we go back like 25 or something years, that one kiss, then
we already know
lot-
what you
lot-
was doing. We heard about you on Warbucks for one kiss. We know what you was doing.
see, I can't even get it out. See, I can't get it
Yo,
out.
Bolo Hodo said there's someone for everybody. The great words of Blaze. He talking about my brother Cannibal Blaze. Yeah, Blaze. Blaze is another situation, Bolo. But now it's kind of flipped, right? Because now I see my daughter in them generations, and I got two 20-year-olds, and it's like there's no rules to when you really committed in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like for them, they could be with somebody 7 years, and you still not the main guy.
It's like, what are we? Until that question is, so what are we?
7 years is a long time just to say.
Listen. I don't want to get in no trouble here.
7 years?
Listen.
Tough.
Hi, Ivy. That's my auntie checking in. Feel free to type into the chat. Thank you for tuning in, man. Catching this great, awesome show. Hey, I'm just telling you what I see.
7 years is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's almost. Yeah. Oh yeah, 20s. That's perfect. But if you're in your 30s or 40s, 7 years.
But 7 years.
You got less than that. You got a timeout with me.
Questionable, like
30 seconds.
That's like, that's my girl already. That's my man.
You know what I'm saying? After you played the hit game, that's my girl, B. That's my girl.
You're doing holidays.
Yo, Wiz, if you're dealing with a girl and she says she's not ready for a relationship, that person need to keep banging her back out and stop SF lying, aka sucker for love. LOL.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Warbucks, the lines is open. Warbucks, we know how you do.
We know how you go.
We gotta explain that. He gotta elaborate on that.
Warbucks 347-708-0216.
You know what I'm saying?
You know how to call.
So we're gonna say we all vote that telling the truth up front is the better thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So men that are 30 plus that been lying, we need y'all to stop this. Because I'm tired of going to the store, seeing Shorty in her flip-flops with a little head bag on, going crazy because she done caught you again ordering the extra chopped cheese that she did not send you to the store.
So y'all gonna be...
You know what I mean, bro? You know what I'm saying?
That's
So we need y'all to start telling the truth and start giving the young men the opportunity to be successful by letting them know that there's levels to commitments and relationships, but at whatever level you in, stop lying.
But you know what, Gate?
Because would you want somebody to lie to your daughter? Okay.
That's true.
Nah, I don't. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be pressing these young boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just tell me the truth.
Does she bring the guy home to meet you first?
She had to. She had to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Well, no, both of them. Both of them.
Wait, why?
Right.
I mean, I know Gate don't. No, we have to. Like,
how do I ask too many questions?
ask too many questions?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pressure, bust pipes, or make diamonds.
But you 21 question them, Gate?
Yeah, you just like 50.
They look at that. I'm not with him. We be
You
asking
still be
questions.
proud that you work at
Cross-examining.
Burger King. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But would you still love me? I need to know how you gonna treat my young
Word,
lady.
that's
But that's
right.
the same thing that I would teach my son. You know what I'm saying? When I do get blessed with that young Elroy to be a king, and I'm gonna let him know. As soon as you know that you're really into this young lady, after you done bought her 2 slices of pizza, and y'all been going steady for 2 weeks, you let her know I'm ready to meet your dad. You know what I'm saying? Meet your moms. Even if I don't last, I want them to know I'm in the picture and see what type of individual I am. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to me. When I finally knew, you know what I'm saying, that I had the woman that I was ready to be with, I'm like, yo, I'm coming to your house. She's like, well, I ain't coming to my house. I didn't meet my mother. You don't do all that. What you talking about? But I had to meet her grandfather. You know what I'm saying? On Easter, on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So Easter's for me. You know, I wasn't really celebrated in my house. But we got a phone call. We got a caller.
You know what that might be.
Hey, shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Caller, you're live on Behind Enemy Lines. You with Gatekeeper, Rod Jenkins, and Wiz. Talk to us.
What's up? It's your boy Warbucks. We here, baby.
Shout out to Warbucks, man. Talk to us, Warbucks.
Oh, now I was saying like what I was going on with Wiz said, right? He told me to elaborate, right? So if you were a girl, right, and she talking about she not ready for a relationship, hey, you ain't got to cut her off. Just keep banging her back out and stop excess selling, stop sucking for nothing, and pose and get your own, and she will come your way, man. The man should be asking the girl
It was a hypothetical question. I would be like, do you, Mom?
They do. I'm just fucking with you, B. I love you, my brother.
I love you too.
For anybody listening in, we don't ask no female where do we go from here. We not already singers, man. You know what I mean? We not they people. Give them the big truth and let them do what they do, because we pose and we get chose, man. That's the slogan, man. You feel me?
I feel you. Warbucks, what I was saying, that females ask that question. We'll be in a whole relationship years until they be like, so what are we?
Nah. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate on that, Warbucks. You got two gentlemen that you raising, right? What's wrong with teaching them at some point to say, okay, find out where you going in your relationship? What's wrong with that for a man to do that?
After a while, though, not when you first meet her. Like a few years down the
But what if
line,
he's that guy from the movie with the radio on his shoulder and he's singing at the window? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Come on, help me out, Ralph. What's wrong with that?
You'll be sucker for nothing, and if she turn you down, you're gonna be hurt, man. So what we do is we don't say nothing. We let the female ask us, "Can I be your man?" I just had this conversation with my son Isaiah the other day. I'm like, yo, you can't be acting thirsty to these chicks, man. We pose and we get chose, man. When you pose, you get chose, because there's a bunch of thirsty dudes out here chasing the same girl. So what we do is we ignore her. And then she gonna be like, why he not trying to holler at me? Because we posting, baby. We posting until we get up.
Yo, Warbucks, we appreciate the call as always. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to keep us laughing. And make sure both of the boys follow my brother.
My son keeps texting me. He want to say something.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let him talk.
I know who you is though.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
What's up, Isaac?
We don't want the gatekeeper, New York Giants, who's that pretty win talk. I like the Cowboys, not the Giants.
Oh man, Al, cut the call. Al, he's the Cowboy brother. Al, cut the call. He's the Cowboy brother. He's the Cowboy brother. Cut the line. What's going on? Hey, Warbucks. That's Isaac is gonna be the one singing for love. He's the Cowboy fan.
Wait.
You don't do that. We pose and get sold. I love y'all, brothers.
All right, go ahead, Big Al.
Yo, you know what I think happened?
What happened?
I think Wiz paid him to say it.
Yeah, I think so. I believe that.
Let me find out that boy got $5 in his pocket.
Word up.
Nah,
listen.
He probably
Deluctible Davis. She said that's what is what he's supposed to do. We need to know intentions, ask questions. Rob, what you think about that?
Yeah, I think you could be straight up. Tell her what you're looking for and what you want. If you want to bang her out, tell her that's what you want to do. Don't act like you want a relationship and you really don't. You know what I'm saying? That's when they're gonna get crazy on you, Gate.
Listen,
they might kill you for a chop.
Listen.
They see an extra bag of cheese doodles in there for the daughter.
I got my 12-year-old coming up. All right, you young boy, you better not tell her you want to bang out. You better find a nice way to say it. You better find a nice.
And that's what we got.
This guy's supposed to meet the parents. If they don't, then they need to be on their way. It's a matter of respect. Yeah, the guy is supposed to meet the parents. I agree with that 110%. Yeah.
If you're not serious with the girl, Cone, I mean, she can meet the parents. She can meet the parents.
I mean, even if you're not serious, I would like to know what guys you're messing with. You know what I'm saying? Just in case, you know what I mean? Anything could possibly happen. You go on a trip, you go somewhere. I want to be able to say you was with Billy Bob. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to just see you rolling in random cars and not know nothing about nothing. I don't need to know everything about everything, but even if it's just a friend, but you going out on consistent dates, y'all going to different states, y'all going to places. We need to be aware, especially with the temperature and the texture of things that's happening in the country right now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So even if it's not someone that you know is going to be there 20, 30 years, but once you decide to lay down with them, your parents should know about it.
But even if you don't decide to lay down with them, you say, yeah, we're going to go out. All right, maybe if you still a month in, all right, that's going to be my mom and my dad. say who you are. Just introduce
Yeah.
yourself. You ain't gotta give a whole elaborate
Yeah.
speech or everything. Just an introduction
Yeah.
of who you are. Like,
Yeah.
See, but
I'm dating daughter.
go ahead, Big Al.
Yeah, so I have a question, right? So, two questions. At what age do you set the groundwork to tell your kids that when they start having relationships, that that person who they're liking or interested in have to come sit down and talk to the parents? And then fathers, when that person comes to your house, do you sit there and talk to him, or do you take your gun out, put on the table, and then let him ask you some questions?
All right, Rod, you first.
I think at the puberty stage, you could talk to them about that, your daughter, maybe between 15 or 13 and 18 in that range about relationships and hygiene and things of that nature. The part about the guy coming to the crib, I probably won't put no gun out on the table, depending on who the person is. Now, if she bringing somebody with their pants down, he telling me he a thug, he in the street, then yeah, I might have to have that out on the table because he might come in and shoot the dad. Nowadays, you don't know what's going to happen. You just playing Russian roulette. So I think that age for the puberty stage to tell your daughter about that and talk about healthy relationships. That's the main thing. We never really talk to our kids about healthy relationships because it's always a single parent home. Either the dad is in jail or something happened to mom. A lot of these kids grew up in the crack era, the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And some of them is babies having babies.
Yeah.
She was 14,
Yeah.
acting like she 80.
80, yeah. Go ahead, Wiz.
So what I'm saying is like I base it on my experience as far as the relationship with the females, the ladies. So I don't want karma. So I really have that conversation with both my daughters. I had that conversation. Like, look, such and such, and then they say like I'm drilling them. Look, I gotta tell them what to look out for. If they're important, then bring them home. If not, don't go do something that might hurt you. Save yourself. It's very important. My oldest daughter, she has my grandson's 4 years old. The guy presented himself real good, nice, and all that. And they was high school sweethearts. They was like this, but then they broke up. And she was like just messed up behind it. And I'm just like, yo, it's life. I'm saying, but what happened is you gotta find a relationship that y'all can co-parent. That's another thing. But as far as with my youngest daughter, yes, it's very important. My whole thing is, but I want her to live her life first before you settle into something, into any type of relationship. You should seek life first, and you don't have. I mean, it's not beyond sex or anything, and it's all about knowing the person. And if you have to ask your father questions, ask me because they always say that a woman, your daughter's first love is their father. So they look for images of their father. So if you represent the good quality of a good man, that's what they'll have. You understand?
Amen to that.
And
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next time. I think my kids were in reverse.
But
They said,
also-
"Oh no, we don't want nobody like that."
But yeah, if you come to my house, I'm having you come over. We just gonna be wilding out.
Yeah,
I have Chucky with the knife and all that.
Yeah, I'm doing. I would say to the first question, as soon as the kid understands like and dislike, you know what I mean, I start to bring up what relationships are. So with my oldest being 26, she opened up a little bit late, so it was in high school. My 24-year-old, she's like a clam. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta really crack the shell to find out what's going on with the pearl. And I think that's the surrounding circle. We always try to tell them that your friend circle is not your circumstances all the time, and you gotta understand that as well. You might not always like the answer that I'm gonna give you, but I'm gonna give you the truthful answer from a male's perspective. Number one. So as soon as they understand, I like somebody, I start to talk to them about relationships and let them know that you can like someone, but there's levels to liking, and focus on what you need to do for yourself first and foremost, and then worrying about being a couple. I think in our neighborhood, people just latch on to other people too fast. You know what I'm saying? At 15, 16, thinking that, this is gonna be the only person I'm ever gonna be with again. You know what I'm saying? Like, people grow, things happen, you go away to college. It's a right to experience, and if it's meant to be, just like Miss Purdy said, it's gonna be. Just
Yeah.
let things happen. Don't put that much pressure on yourself to either feel like it's this or nothing. So I talk to them as soon as they understand, like, and boyfriend girlfriend type stuff. Number two, immediately I punch him in the chest and bring out the gun.
There you go.
Immediately.
There you go.
Immediately. I'm gonna set the standards when you come in my house. You're gonna see all the trophies, they're on the wall. You're gonna see all the graduation plaques, they all put up for a reason. I'll tell you the stories of how I used to be on the streets, why I changed from not being on the streets, and where I'm looking to go. And I let these dudes know. My daughter's expectations is their expectations. I have expectations too. And that's why my daughters don't like to bring their boyfriends around, because I don't care if you're 21. You could drink, but if you can't control your liquor, you won't be drinking around me.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Just because weed is legal now, you're not going to be lighting up in my house. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the expectations that my daughters have are different from my expectations, and I like to let these young men know that. And I like to tell them that when I go meet their parents, because not only do I want you to meet me, I want to meet your circle too. Invite me to your house. Me and my wife will come over, bring a bottle of wine. We want to know. We want to be in the know, because it takes a team and a village to be around these kids. Like, they really think that once they're 21, that parenting ends for us. The job never ends. Mm-hmm. And we want to be around. The same thing that you're doing with these kids in these tournaments. You're going to be surprised. Kids are going to come back when they're 25, 35 years old. If you still alive and kicking, they're going to be able to call Coach Ryan and say, yo, I'm going through this. What should I do, coach? You know what I'm saying? It's not something that you just turn on and turn off. Mm-hmm. Right. So when I'm being tough on these individuals when they coming into my house, it's because when I went to meet my wife's male figure, which was her grandfather, boy, man, I was sweating like a mug. I had my button-up shirt on. I had my best slacks on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had the bald head back then. I was trying to keep it right. He looked me right in my eyes, and he asked me some serious questions. And the first one was, what is your intent for my granddaughter? And he didn't want to hear I just want to bang it out. Oh no, that was good. And he had the rusty revolver, the old joint. You know what I'm saying? So just seeing how the older generation did it, and the quality that it put on me, the changes that it made me wanted to do. I wanted to be seen in their eyes as someone that they know that their daughter, their loved one, was going to be safe with. And that's the same thing I look for when I'm messing with these young boys.
And also, we have to teach our girls and our sons, teach them boundaries.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, everything they see social media, they don't believe. Social media teaches you there's no boundaries.
Yeah, yeah.
When they see Nick Cannon having all these kids, like, oh, that's a cool thing. It's not.
Yeah, I saw something about some other guy that had like
23 kids.
23. Is it 23?
It was all. It was missing like 5 more of them.
God, oh my.
That was a beautiful thing, but God's plan is part of it.
Yeah.
Who says we can't judge him?
I'm not judging him. No, not at all. Not at all.
And he's taking care of him, so I can't get mad.
I'm not judging.
But that was like, when I seen the picture, I thought like that was crazy. But then I was like, that's actually dope. If he could really take care of all those kids and really leave a generation after.
Yeah, and have an impact. I mean, I'm the oldest of 11, so I only got 3. I got like 9 more. You know what I'm saying? I got 9 more in me.
Wow.
Yo,
you crazy.
Let's make sure
I got 9 more left. I ain't done yet. You know what I mean? It's 6:15, so the wild card segment is open. If y'all want to switch topics, y'all feel free to jump in with
you had to say so?
Yeah. It's wild card time, so I got another question.
Go ahead.
So here we go. A lot of us come from broken homes, right? Especially these kids nowadays, man. They damaged goods. We talking about that crack era that destroyed a lot of families. They have issues with suicide, rejection, commitment, drug addictions. I mean, you name it. And they saying to you in their broken state that they're looking for a husband or they're looking for a wife. What advice do you give them? What do you tell them at that point?
Go ahead, Rock. You first, Rock.
Go ahead.
Nah, you first. You first. Yes. You the guest. You first.
Yes.
We want the people to get to know you.
Which one you want to hear first?
Al, repeat the question for him. He was saying, someone coming up in like a broken home situation, rough situations, coming off the drug era, and they're looking, to get in a committed relationship. What advice would you give them? Is that right, Al?
Yeah, but they damaged.
They damaged,
They
but
damaged.
yeah.
They gotta heal their soul first. So we gotta try to heal them, find ways to heal them first. Heal first, and then think about having a healthy relationship. I think we come from broken homes, like you said, and try to get in a relationship, and we're not healed yet.
Right.
And we're trying to start something that's not there. And that's why all the friction is happening in relationships, or we don't understand the person we're dealing with, or understand ourselves. We might not love ourselves. They might be going through so many things that how can they focus on a relationship? How can they build something?
Yeah.
They don't love themselves just yet. They're not healed yet.
Yeah. Me personally, I think we have to let our black and brown people know that counseling is okay. And if you're coming out that environment, go get some counseling for yourself. A lot of people just think that you can fix yourself. Sometimes you need someone that doesn't know you from a hole in the wall, but they have a plan. They've been trained to help you see what you need to see so you can get to the finish line that you want to have before you can have a relationship. I think, and especially when I was coming up, they was quick to label you. And when you got those labels, they stuck with you. So when you spoke to a counselor, they called you the R word. I'm not going to say it right now. Or they called you stupid, or they called you lacking, you know what I mean? Where you just needed to be unlocked. A lot of us are locked because we came out of those one parent homes, those homes that didn't have everything that gave you the right tools to be able to communicate what you really wanted to communicate. So even when you got in a relationship, it wound up failing the first 9, 10 times because you wasn't even speaking the right language. So go to counseling for yourself, and then go into relationship counseling as well, so you can know what type of person you may be looking for, and it can help you navigate the dating circle and probably keep you in a happier relationship longer. So that would be my advice.
And I think this might be a little bit off topic. I'm thinking because at a youngin, I seen like people date my older sisters, my mom, stuff like that, and you'll be like, I had to kick one of my stepfathers out for not just as a youngin, not performing as far as taking care of house duties, like paying the cable, help paying the rent, and he just wanted to stay in the crib. And as me as a youngin, I'm hustling, not saying selling drugs, but out playing ball,
yeah.
getting paid. I'm paying this, and you not doing nothing. It was a time where I had to kick him out the crib, and like how you said, not so much in the streets. It was like, Dad, where you get that gun from?
Yeah.
Either go or we're gonna make sure you don't come back no more.
Yeah.
So when he asked my mom, "Was you serious?" My mom said, "Yeah, whatever my son say goes."
And you know what?
And
I'm glad
that
you
was
said
one of
that
those
too, because a
relationships.
lot of people don't understand that hustle is a way of life, not just selling drugs. So I'm glad you touched on that. Go ahead, Wiz.
Okay, I was.
Oh, you want to read that? Go ahead.
Oh, you got me to read it.
What?
My mom always told me and my brother when we was young, she didn't want me any of our females unless it was our girlfriends. She didn't want to meet any sex partners, only girls. Only the girls that we was only serious with in a relationship. She didn't want no hoes in our house.
Well, for me, like I said, I want to meet everybody. And that's why I kind of threw that. Well, if you're having sex with them, then definitely I want to meet them, because like it gave a barometer of what I was saying. But like I said, not to be nosy, but parents want to feel comfortable. We want to know if you're not coming home. You really don't have to be sleeping with them, but it gives us a sense of comfort when we kind of know something. You know what I mean? If you're staying out for the night, fine. We just want to know. Okay? It's a comfort. When you're in your own house and you live on your own, then it's different. You're not going to check in as much. But still, even when you get your own, call us and let us know every now what's going on, how the relationship is going. Don't wait until it's a problem, because a lot of times that's when people feel like they need help. When it's a problem. I think in our communities and our individuals, we got to learn to get ahead of problems before they become problems.
Yeah, exactly.
We only want to reach out when we need something, or like you said, or it's a problem.
It's a problem.
They want to say when a relationship is going good.
Yeah.
Or when it's one-sided for them,
One-sided.
it's healthy for them. But as soon as the one time you say no, you can't do this,
it
might not be healthy.
Yeah.
And you might be a great guy, right? Or the woman might be great, and we might just be telling one side of the story. So I always like to hear both sides of a story. Some people like if your daughter might tell you one side of the story, you might say, that's my daughter, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I need to hear from the guy what's really going on before I jump out the window, because my daughter may be wrong, and I might need to coach her. Just like in this tournament, it's life coaching. We call
Life
ourselves
coaching.
life coaches.
There
We
you
don't
go.
call ourselves a basketball coach. Good coaches win games. Great coaches change lives. So
That's
we want to
what I
change
love that.
lives at Granada. We don't want to just coach a game because a lot of these coaches, they coach these games. They play 1,000 games with these kids, but none of these kids graduate. They can't help them get a job. They can't put them on this type of platform. They don't give them no real job readiness training, like helping them get their LLC, helping them own their own business. They just teach us to go to college and then work for somebody. Not saying work for somebody is bad. It's the same thing. But they don't teach us growing up how to run our own business or how to take over our neighborhood back again, where we could get a store there or get a recording studio
We need
or
that.
a podcast in there for the young kids to go, hey, get your platform or take back your neighborhood. Just take back your name. This is going to be your platform to get where you got to go. So if you like music, this is going to be music. If you want to play ball, it's going to play. So us growing up, we thought the only way to make it out the neighborhood was playing ball, rap, or football. So I want to change that narrative
You
where
have to. Yes,
you could
you
be
right.
a police officer, you
Yeah.
could be a firefighter, you
Yeah.
could do everything to get out the neighborhood. And working for somebody ain't bad, but I want to get that extra income. I want to be able to work for yourself because, as you know, we got to pay all the taxes, the tax dollars. Even some of our politicians, we got to hold them accountable where they taking your tax dollars, her tax dollars, and telling us, yeah, we're going to do this for you. We're going to fix your playground, or we're going to do this, and it never happens.
Yeah.
Or they wash the money down to who they want to wash it down to, and they just tell you this bold-faced lie.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. One of the things that I want to put in the air, though, is what I want people to understand is when you're in a relationship and you could sit down with your partner and y'all could work out whatever you're working out when the times are really bad is when you really know that your relationship is successful.
Fact. I agree.
I agree.
110%. 110%. So we're gonna switch to the next topic, man. Does your profession invite cheating behaviors? Once again, I was looking at Blackstone. I'm using him a lot today, but he was on the video and he was like, "Yeah, I cheated on every one of my women. If you didn't know, now you know I cheated on you." And he said I can afford to do it. So that got me to thinking, how many people cheat because of the positions that they're in? And if you're in a higher position, so let's say rappers, a lot of these girls say, "Oh my God, I can't believe he did this to me." Are you surprised that a rapper cheats? No, I'm serious.
Or a ball player.
Or a ball player. Are you surprised that he cheats?
They thought they was getting $1 million.
$1 million, yeah.
I slept with him.
Yeah. Or if I'm a CEO of a major 500 company, are you surprised that he cheats? And why women? Why? What y'all think?
I think women think because the person, the standards of what they are, they feel like they got a breadwinner, which is cool, but you got to understand it's 1 million more people after you and before you. You're not going to be the only one in that barrel that you think that he's there to stay. So you think you just somebody he just going to screw, see whatever he could get, whatever, and go. It ain't going to really mean nothing to him because he feel like he had his high.
He has peak.
So if he had his low, maybe he'd take you serious, but he had his peak. So why would he feel like he could take you serious unless you really bringing something major to the table for him?
It has to be a strong. I mean, he has to be very strong, and as far as he has to really be mature and had all his wild his wild oats all over way before to really settle down and just be like that. Because my whole thing, if it's not, then unless he didn't sign that the papers, the prenup. Yeah, he's not gonna chance that.
So Wiz, what you saying is that the advice you're giving on that question is that they need to live your life, sow they oats, right? Have a train experience, right?
Oh, wait, you know about the train. We heard about it.
When they become mature enough, they'll be able to put all that stuff behind them, and they'll be able to settle down.
Yes. Yeah. See, my thing is when I started to look at, different professions and different things that came with it, because even a car dealership person, right? Their thing is to sell cars, right? Mm-hmm. So they use the guys that can speak well or women that can speak well. They dress really pretty. You understand what I'm saying? They do things that attract the eye. You understand what I'm saying? So, sometimes when you're selling a product, you're kind of cheating. You don't even know it. And some of those guys are coming back to the dealership, not because they want to buy the car, because they attracted to that person. So when that stuff happens, is it a bad thing for the person that's doing it? How do we get them to notice that they doing it? I mean, because the president, when he got some head, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was the president. Did you expect that the president couldn't get some head when he wanted it?
Well, first thing I always said, Bill Clinton was our first black president because he had. But when I was kind of like, wow, but then I wasn't really surprised because politicians lie. So what could you trust?
But is it lying? Am I just telling you what you need to hear? And then when the other person come up, and I'm just telling them what they need to hear. Is that really lying?
I wasn't surprised. No, I wasn't surprised. Like he tells everything else. No, so what's not to believe? You understand? Was you surprised?
No, I wasn't surprised, but I think the public was like, "Oh my God, how could this happen? He's the president." But once again, he's a high official, so yes, he can have anything he wants anytime he wants it. So you just have to find out about it. And I believe that happens in a lot of companies. And now you got these women that saying, this guy got to be making 6 figures. And you said you had something to say, so feel free to say it. You got to make 7, 8 figures, 9 figures. So if I'm dating a stripper, would I be surprised if she gets caught? And do I have to break up with her if she's cheating? Should I be surprised?
I mean, you dating a stripper. A lot of people do it all the time, make babies with strippers. Relationships, money. I think if you could find somebody you could build with and y'all could build your money together, you should have at least 4 bank accounts. You should have a bank account that y'all can put into saves or something, your own personal, her own personal, and another one that they can y'all could put into like just for money, spending money. Y'all want to go shopping, y'all want to take a vacation, and the other one's going for your retirement and your kids. What y'all think about that?
Nah,
that's how you know if a relationship is strong.
Yeah, we touched on that before. To have those bank accounts, I found out that my partner got like 8 secret accounts. You know what I'm saying? I think that was like the last episode. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So I gotta go back now. I gotta start opening mail myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, be a lot of envelopes coming in. I'm thinking we all on the same page, and there's some overseas accounts going on. You know what I mean?
You know what that's about, right? So just in case y'all break up, she got her package. Her package ready to go. Her bag is ready to go.
But see, my people. My mama coming up there and tell me to have no extra package. She said, put everything on the table, baby. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm learning. I'm learning. Put me on the game.
Yeah. So they thinking in their mindset, right? If I break up with this guy, they got the next guy in mind. I'm going to have my stuff ready to go for the next guy. We're going to put you to the curb.
That's what we doing.
Leave you dead broke. Starting all over with the next one. Saying, yo, this what happened. You broke up with her, this and that. And they're going to leave you. So what you got to do, put your money away and think that way too.
All right, that's what, fellas, that's what we doing from now on. And with that being said, we're going to check into the pressure point. Al, you could call my first line.
Yeah.
Now on the pressure point, you know what I'm saying? I said we randomly call someone and we ask them about, what we got going on and see what they want to say. But I really think that's serious, and people need to understand that powers that change when you have different positions open you up, I feel, to cheating ways and cheating tendencies, and you need to catch yourself and kind of stay in line. Like I said, and they said that in the study. We're gonna get to that. It was a Dutch study that said men cheat more, when they're not for the flesh, but when they have that power, that authority.
Hello.
Salt man, how you doing?
Oh God, another blessed day that God gave us. I tell you.
What's going on? You know this is behind enemy lines, right?
Getting ready to head out to Connecticut, wait for my ride. We the Flavor Nights got a little something going on at Chasmo's, All
right, well, I'm sitting here with Ra, and you should have been checking in because you was an all-star ball player too. My man Ra was letting us know how he was giving people 47. You know what I'm saying? You used to be a ball player. What happened, Salt?
Oh man, I messed around and coaches in high school tell all their students, don't go out there and play on that hard top and blow your leg out because you're gonna mess up your scholarship. Well, old Mike didn't want to listen. He wound up playing in the Rutgers tournament. Guess what happened? All the oohs and the ahs and the cheers, and that was it. Leg blown. That was it.
Oh my goodness. But we know you catch a lot of games at the Blacktop Classic over there on the north side. What do you think about the games when you go and watch?
Oh, they interesting. If the young guys could stay with it and don't get distracted
by the environment and just play ball, learn that defense and learn that offensive plays. Everybody's an offensive player. Anybody can shoot. It's when you start learning how to be able to, navigate the court, and you go a long way. That's how our coach taught us.
All right, cool. Well, I'm here. Like I said, it's me, Wiz, Chucky, and Ra. I got a question for you,
Hey,
so.
how everybody doing at the podcast?
We're
All
right. We want to know if we could get you to come down as a motivational speaker to talk to the youth, if that's possible, sir.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. At one of the locations or?
At the game, maybe opening day, talk to the youth at the clinic in the morning. I know you wake up early. You don't go to bed late. So we need you there, brother.
Yeah, I'll come through. You just let me know if it ain't conflicted with this heavy schedule I got.
Cut it out. I got you, Salt. I'll make sure you get the information and be there. He right up the block.
Okay.
Salt, man, I got to ask you, man.
I got an inside thought.
Yeah, I got it. I got the inside. I got a question for you, Salt.
Yeah.
Is telling the truth making relationships better or worse?
Can you repeat that again?
Is telling the truth making relationships better or worse?
Oh, it's best to always tell the truth in any kind of relationship. Because if you stay more than a year or two, they're going to find out anyway.
How you?
And with social media, they can find out instantly. They don't even need the social security number. They just put it out there. Just say your name, boom.
What you mean by put it out there?
Oh, well, it's best to say the truth. Somebody always told me, they said, well, back in the day, you could tell a nice game. Nobody be able to, say you a liar. You in another state. You got a family over here, a family over there, but you can't do that now.
Now it's social
You
media.
got just coming off telling the truth, say this is what I am, A, B, and C, and if you don't like it, see you later.
All right, well, so we appreciate you checking in. We know you're a great supporter behind the enemy lines. We appreciate you. We know you got a busy schedule, so I'm gonna let you go. And the 18th is the opening day for the Classic. So when you get back later, I'll make sure I get you all the information so you can come and speak at the tournament with Ra.
Oh, okay, I'll give a little shout out to everybody. Hey, why not?
All right, cool. We appreciate you.
All right, y'all
Appreciate
keep
you,
up
big
the
guy.
good work, man. I'm sure y'all getting a whole lot of listeners.
Keep being a positive role model.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll try.
He stays in the mix. So yeah, man, that's Salt, man. He stays in the mix. He kept it clean this time. Usually he got a story, man. He usually shakes us up. He used to be a player back in the days, but he done changed his ways. I'm proud of him. So, I think professions do invite cheating behaviors, but I think they can be corrected.
How could we correct it?
Yeah. I think first you gotta have somebody to let you know when you're overstepping. You know what I mean? Because I noticed that at the workplace, it happens a lot. And like I said, there was a study done. I think it was from 2015, and it was a college that did a study about over 1,500 professions, and they noticed that the higher the position that a person was in, and they said that they see the trend starting to happen with women as well, getting higher positions, the more they was open or having cheating episodes happen. So I don't know whether it's based on stress or whether it's based on just being around more people or you're being seen as that 6 or 7 figure. Because now you got guys looking for women that got the bag too now. It's not just the women chasing the bag no more now. It's guys looking for that woman that got the bag. So they might be in love with Susie, but Jennifer got the bag. And as long as he can skate through both of them, you know what I mean?
Shout out to LinkedIn.
Huh? To LinkedIn?
LinkedIn. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you're a mess.
Shout out to
LinkedIn.
my executives in LinkedIn.
You ain't got no lifeline today?
Huh?
You ain't got no lifeline today?
No, I came late.
Oh my God, he ain't got no lifeline today.
Your profession makes you cheat. It's you.
That's a personal choice, right?
It's not your profession. You can be a stripper. You can be a basketball player, a rapper, and still not cheat. You could be on a road for like.
Yeah, but see, the garbage man.
Right, you could be a garbage man.
No,
It's
but see.
the title of what you are is you yourself.
It's gonna be hard. Trust me.
But I think what they were saying that it's more easier to be done when you have the money, time, and power.
I think that's because maybe sometimes a lot of women already have that in their mind when they're dating someone that
I'll just
is
text you
that
mine.
profession. Like, oh, I'm dating a rapper, I'm dating this football player. Yeah, so he's gonna cheat when he goes over to whatever. But they might not even be doing nothing.
They
Right.
might not.
They might not be
They
cheating,
might
right?
not. They-
I don't
Right.
know.
Girls
They
will
might
think that
not,
you
but
cheating.
They might not. But are you subconsciously expecting it to happen? That's what we're asking. So
Some because that's what's put in their mind.
so
They
when you
got
say
friends
some,
behind
when
them.
you say
How you
some,
gonna do this and let them go this way and you over here? It's all about.
I don't know. I was.
So have you ever cheated before?
oh, you lying? Oh, he's gonna.
Oh, my fault.
Wait, whoa.
You cheated before? Okay. All right. At least you keeping it. That's part of telling the truth and holding yourself accountable.
Listen.
So he can't get me mad.
I'm gonna beat him.
Cat.
It's a whole different expectation and walking. You can't just be. What are you going to be married for?
Yeah.
That's
Some
true.
people still. They say people married cheat the most.
But what am I going to be married?
Like I see a pastor going into the hotel, like driving by. I see a pastor going into the hotel. What the hell
Yeah,
he doing?
happens.
He just preached about this, and that, and now he's driving into a hotel.
That's because he's playing devil's advocate. He's playing
You know?
devil's advocate.
But guys, I gotta say this. I don't want to be in no Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. I'm not. I'm like anything. I don't want to be tested. Yeah, I don't want to be tested. I mean, we all open to be testified right here, because it's open.
No,
door
we're
right
not
here.
saying. We just asking questions. It ain't
But
nothing.
but that's how you
This
gotta
ain't nothing.
have
That's
that.
just
No, but
just
you
in
gotta
general. They
have-
ain't got
it's
nothing to do with
just in
marriage.
general. I don't think there's one person walking this earth that hasn't cheated.
Cheated, right?
It's talked about in the Bible, and Al can bring up anywhere through the Bible because Al is frequently in the Bible. I tell you, there's stories about cheating that happens all through the Bible. So there's no one that's walking this earth that has never cheated. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that says no to that question, you already
Lying.
proved you're a liar.
There's no perfect
Right.
relationship. But
You know?
I think women could cheat quicker than men. They could cheat in 10 minutes.
I don't even think.
No?
I don't even think. I don't. Yeah, they could cheat. in
You
one-
could go
they cheat in
downstairs
5
right
minutes.
now,
They
cheat,
could-
and come
they could
back.
cheat- They could cheat in 5 minutes.
But that's all.
They could cheat in 5 minutes.
You. That has to be that is something you will not because of your job. It's not because
That's a personal decision, is what you're saying.
But what I'm saying is,
like, okay, I'm gonna give it a he drove over the road on the trucks for like 2 years.
Right.
He was like, well, you don't think he's cheating? Listen, if he was right here, if he wanted to cheat, he could cheat right here. If he gonna go wait till he go over the road, then why wait?
I don't think he was cheating.
I mean,
He loves you.
I mean,
He
you know
said
what I'm saying?
allegedly.
I mean, the truck was nice.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
cheated.
There's a little rolling around going on. Let's be here telling the truth. A little rolling around going on.
You can love your cheat, but at the same time, it's like if you gonna cheat, you gonna cheat. Like
Yeah, but
I don't see it as he just gonna wait till he goes to do shows and go find some other girl to cheat with. Like
No, but now doing shows.
but at the same time, some girls have that in their mind that I'm just going because.
No, but now when you talk about people that's doing shows,
Right.
But when you talk about people that's doing shows, right, not just music shows, because even say working at Hot 97 or the Steve Harvey Show or Good Morning America. See, now these people are being seen by more people. They're getting in bigger circles. So when you're talking about professions, we're talking about.
Good.
That's what I'm saying. So when you get out of your small zone, you know what I'm saying, because of your profession. So when this guy was the garbage man, he only had the woman at the depot, the garbage depot. Hear what I'm saying? Hear what I'm saying now. Because it's not. I don't want y'all to think the topic is not do people cheat. It's based on where you at in your profession. Does the opportunities give you leeway or openings to cheat, right? Hear what I'm saying? No, you don't have the. I'm not talking about the mindset. If I'm the garbage man and I only see one woman 6 months, now I'm Fortune 500 driving whatever I want to drive. Now I'm seeing 500 women a day. Okay, is that gonna lead me into more temptation? Is that gonna lead me? Because now I'm seeing more. I'm having more opportunity. Not just me, but those women, those different, even for the guys. It's not about the grass being greener. It's just about the temptation.
But that's you yourself. Have to
No, just because a person cheat don't mean they want to leave you. They want to stay, right? He can cheat, but he want to stay.
Right.
They want the cake and eat it too.
That's what I'm saying.
Is no cake and eat it too?
Remember Well, remember the Matrix? Y'all watched that movie, The Matrix, right? It was like the third one when he had the guy that had the control over sensation, and the girl went and kissed Neo in the bathroom.
Right.
Remember what he was doing? He was like, no, he doesn't have just a cheating behavior because he had the power. He knew that just by a touch, that sensation. So, but now me being around 500 women that's coming at me, I'm never going at them. I may not want to cheat. But I've just been in these situations and things happen.
He might want to do some stuff with them that he can't do with you.
All right, but I'm gonna tell you.
He might want to, you real wife, hold it down, and then he might want to do some crazy stuff with this girl on the side. She might be the porn star on the side.
Yeah, bang it out. As Warbucks
and
said.
he might want to do that.
No.
But you don't know. You want to know unless he gets caught. So we're not talking about him getting caught. We're just saying that position. You know what I'm saying? Of being around more opportunities. We're not talking about that.
Hold on. Let me tell you a story. I was on the road. There was a big rapper that was on the elevator. Told his wife on the phone, and he said, "All right, baby, I'm gonna speak to you later." Hung up the phone, and he said, "No." He said, "If you get off this floor, if you're not fucking, don't get off this floor."
See, that's what I'm saying. Because
these girls came off with him.
Pretty much, he was telling the girls getting off. Because see, he was.
We
the star.
said, "Have a nice night, ladies."
So I'm getting off this elevator. Anybody that comes off this elevator that's a female is getting laid down. If you don't want to get laid down,
don't waste your time.
Go somewhere else.
Right.
Because he had that power. He had that authority. He could now, because everybody got on that elevator trying to get that opportunity anyway.
Right.
But then as that one little girl that's on here, they were like, but if I go in there and I'm just gonna leave with him, he just gonna leave me and I'm still gonna have nothing.
No, but
they want to go back for a story and say, I slept with Jay-Z, I slept with Meek Mill. That's what a lot of girls think though. They sleep with a celebrity. That's what my point. That was our point.
I slept with Obama. What?
You still broke. You still broke and hungry.
You still.
So it didn't do you nothing. You just gonna have another body on your count.
Yeah, but you have a body that comes with a story.
Yeah, you do. But story don't pay bills.
Shoot, Candy just said that she slept with Gerald Levert.
Come on, she don't want to give it up because he don't want to act like women.
But I'm with you though a little bit, like, cause story don't pay bills, right? I'm with you a little bit, cause story don't pay bills. So I get what you saying. You saying sleep with you and be broke is crazy, right? You better give me $1 million, right?
How many of these girls? And I don't know if Superhead did it, but I know it was a bunch of women at one point that laid down with multiple
sleep with a regular person
on purpose. So now later you got the all tell me all book.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes it be a plan with it. So once again, you can even, and we won't get ready to get the Chucky's cut right after this because it's 6:45. But why do you think they don't pick the dude that's going hand to hand, but they'll ride around with the dude that's supplying the plug? Because he has that illusion of power and authority.
Real quick.
So not just with rappers.
Goes back to if you have daughters, you're gonna teach your kid, you're gonna teach your daughter. Don't pick the one. Don't go with the one that don't have a job. I mean, that's on the street. Go with the one on the street. No, I was not going.
Yeah. Because you was going with the one on the street. Yeah.
Don't. Who would you pick? Would you pick the one that's on the streets making money right then and there, or would you pick someone that has a job get paid every 2 weeks?
Nowadays, girls don't want nobody that work 9 to 5 no more. They want the rapper, the scammer, the ball player. If you ain't got no money, they don't want you. So if I say I'm working for housing or something like that, they're gonna talk to you a little bit. But if a rapper or scammer, somebody come along, they're gonna ditch you.
Because they want the bag, they want them products, they want that Louis, they want that Gucci. Yeah, but we're not talking about. We're not talking about the end though.
So school of young girls, that's all.
Yeah, but you got a school of young girls.
So you got a school of young girls right now that's listening.
What they talking about, and we trying to school the fellas to tell them, don't be the schemer, don't be the scammer. Get a plan, not just to be an athlete or rapper. There's other ways that you could become very famous and very good at what you do, and make a lot of money once you find out what you really love to do. Find out what your passion is. A lot of people get stuck on a player, but like you said, becoming a life coach is a real job. It's a real career.
We fail a plan as black people. We always fail a plan.
We fail a plan. Wiz, I know you wanted to say something.
No, I'm just saying, like, because y'all was talking about stories. Now, Kim Kardashian, who's still married to Kanye. She heard about Pete Davidson. and she wanted the fuck.
But they living in that limelight.
Yeah, but I'm just saying she wanted to have that story. She was, but my whole thing is she still wanted
So
that
then that
story.
means that the profession.
I got a
does-
question for y'all.
What?
The fame or the money? Which one y'all want?
Oh, you talking about us or
All of us.
Oh, me, I want the money.
You want to be famous? Because a lot of people's famous. A lot of these people that don't got no money, right? They famous. They got the fame, but they don't always have the money. You see, some of them die, right? And they asking for GoFundMe for their life insurance. They never even had a life insurance policy, right? So I'm one of the dudes that just want the money. I don't want everybody to know who I am, and I can't go to the mall. And I want to just be respected regular, and I don't want you to know my bank account. So right now, one of us could be a millionaire here, and nobody would never know because we're not on TV, or have $500,000, but you would never know.
Yeah, you have to a certain degree. You have we can't lie about that. Hold on, because no. You gotta be real. When you walk into our neighborhood, and I'm not just saying our neighborhood. When you walk into any neighborhood, right, that's low income, right, you see certain things, you make a judgment. When I walk into a high class neighborhood, I see certain things and I make a judgment. I'm not, but we're human. You can say that we shouldn't. Learned behaviors have to be practiced to the point where learned behaviors have to be practiced. So when you get into a point, it's no longer judging a book by a cover. But anybody that says they don't judge a book by a cover is, once again, you're lying. When you see me and my hair's not cut, you thinking this guy is out of control.
I mean, I know you might know some scammers that got $1 million, but they sitting in the project. You never know.
You never know.
And you say, yo, he's a bum, he's broke. So you might have went for the worker because he was flashy, and you look past the boss because we was wearing this. Right?
And that happens a lot of times.
And you said, I didn't know that he owned this, and that. Yep. But then because he had a nice chain, some sneakers that was $1,000, some Yeezy, you thought that he really had money. And you come to find out that he all in your bank account when you met him.
Like, baby,
because you thought he looked good and you thought he had money. And all around, you said, yo, it was really his friend right here that had the money, was really Gate, but it wasn't really me.
That's a fact.
For example.
Go ahead.
So a lot of girls get caught up like that, right? They might say, you dress this way, you wear sweatpants, and you be like, and you look at the other person, you hear them, this girl, he never had money, I gotta take it. And they talk about it, right? And then they be mad that you got the breadwinner and she didn't.
Yeah. Like, I was at the store. I was at my father went to the store. The guy said, you have $1. I'm like, I don't have no change. He said, I come back down. Oh, how long you been singing? I'm not singing. Oh, I could be your side. So in my mind, I'm like, how you gonna be my side? You asking me for money. Like, how? But then at the same time, somebody else might say and be like, well, let me help him out. But then at the end, you might realize, oh, he really do got some kind of money. But you judging the book by his son. I judged him by the way he looked, but he looked like.
What you should have. Go ahead, Al.
Go ahead, Big Al.
So again, I hear what's going on, but we as a people got to understand that it's not really about judgment. It's about discernment. Because of the communities we come from, the way we were raised, things happen, and we look at things from a different lens, a different perspective. Now, when we talk about cheating, the root to cheating is what's called a lustful spirit. Okay, even before you approach someone about cheating, you've already lusted in your spirit to try to be with that person. It's the same as if you texting somebody back and forth trying to get with them, and you with somebody, and in order for you not to get caught, you got to erase those texts. So you already cheated. You understand?
Yeah.
So cheating has nothing to do with whether you work for McDonald's or whether you work for the biggest corporation in America. It is the lust in your spirit.
I like that. So with that being said, we're going to go on to Chucky's Cut. All artists, independent artists, man, if you want to have your music displayed, you can send it in to us and see if it's going to be kept or cut by Chucky's Cut, brought to you by Chucky and WIZZ. Today we're bringing you Major Way. It's a young female artist from the Bronx that's doing awesome with her music. So check her out on Instagram, and whenever you're ready, Al, we ready.
Money on the beat.
foot up on the gas, ain't no time for a break. And watch me swerving to the mix, cut it up, piece of cake. Don't do fake, the ops hating, stay watching my plate. Thinking I'ma give up, nah, this my fate. Cause I embody my body in everybody. Body and beats, always flash out with the heat. Honestly, don't give a about what they think. And it's gonna take a lot if they think they can tame this beast. Cause this ain't cocky, this confidence. I'm flying, I'm flaunting it. Presentation is a must, stay on top of it. My work always diligent, gotta stay consistent. Working hard is the only way to build up resistance. Never been afraid to show off my potential. The music that I make, it sounds so differential. Listen, I made your way from the block in the spot, and I always make it hot, and I let the beat drop. Misunderstood, they call me Miss in the hood. I walk everywhere cause everybody know I'm good. I know they waiting, spectating, know my body breathtaking, know my bars is outrageous, superstar and I'm courageous. Misunderstood, they call me Miss in the hood. I walk everywhere cause everybody know I'm good. I know they waiting, spectating, know my body breathtaking, know my bars is outrageous, superstar and I'm courageous. Never put in work but always wanna be seen. These fiends. This industry is so obscene. I'm over it. My name is Major Way. I'm here to pave the way. I might spit a couple bars just to save the day, and that was it. That is where it all began. The hardest thing I had to learn, they really not your friends. They just with you when they feel the chips is beneficial. Now they crying that I'm gone. Somebody get the tissue. Okay, I'll admit, yes, I'm feeling myself. I just secured a license bag, generational wealth. I do this without help. You know my name ring bells. I used to doubt myself too. I know it's hard to tell. Hate me, play me, they can never break me. 10 toes down, man, I always been the same. Listen, stop playing, I'm really nice with. And when they come in with the problems, I tell them go blow the grip. Misunderstood, they call me Miss in the hood. I walk everywhere cause everybody know I'm good. I know they waiting, spectating, know my body breathtaking, know my bars is outrageous, superstar and I'm courageous. Misunderstood, they call me Miss in the hood. I walk everywhere cause everybody know I'm good. I know they waiting, spectating, know my body breathtaking, know my bars is outrageous, superstar and I'm courageous.
Money on the beat.
Shout out to Major Way. Dope artist. I think y'all gonna like everything that she's bringing to the table. You can find her on Instagram. Her name is spelled MAJORWAYY. You can find her on Instagram. What y'all thought about that Chucky's cut?
Good.
I thought it was dope.
I thought
it was dope.
Yeah,
like the beat, the hook.
She got a lot of real energetic music that she does. I just like when she delivers her music, especially live. You know what I'm saying? She delivers her music live. So make sure y'all go check her out. And like I said, Chucky's Cut is for all you independent artists out there. We don't care if you do spoken word, live instruments, whatever the case may be. Just reach out to me, Gatekeeper 718 on Instagram, or Behind the Enemy Lines 52 on Instagram, or WIZZ.
On Facebook Live, Instagram. We're gonna be sending up an email too.
Yeah, we're gonna be sending up an email really soon. You know what I mean? So you can send it in. I mean, it's if you're serious about what you do, we're not gonna beg you, but we're gonna create the lane for you. You know what I mean? So go ahead and send it in, and we'll put it out there for the people to know. All right. It was a great show today, guys.
Yes, as always.
Definitely, I appreciate y'all having me here.
We appreciate you. We appreciate what you're doing in the community, and we want y'all to know, June 18th. This is where we at. Edenwald, like one of the second biggest projects is in the New York tri-state area, however you want to put it. You can't miss it, all right? If you just type in Edenwald, you find a location. Come on out.
Granada
all right?
Place,
Tell them so they hear that. Tell them so
1186 Granada Place, Bronx, New York, 10466, the actual location.
All right? And tell them again what you're going to be having out there this week, or on the 18th.
On the 18th, we're going to have live music, bouncy house, games, COVID testing, HIV testing, mental health workshop.
And we're gonna see some talented athletes that's gonna be out there. And like I said, I enjoyed it. Another thing that you did, I want to say around the All-Star game or mid-season, you did a 3-point contest and you gave out a pair of sneakers. So, you know, behind enemy lines, I'm gonna go cop a pair of sneakers or 2 pairs, me and Wiz. We want to donate to that 3-point contest, 2 pairs of sneakers.
Definitely. The winner last year got the sneakers, and then one got the $100 from me. So that sneakers would be dope.
All right, so we'll talk.
Maybe I could
behind
sign that too with the radio podcast on it and everything.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll talk behind after later, and we'll see what we can do. But we definitely want to contribute on that. So we appreciate you. Like I said, if you know Lance Stevenson, then you better get to know this guy right here. I don't anticipate him going nowhere. I only see bigger and better things. I'm proud to be an Edenwald, you know what I'm saying, alumnus, if you want to put it, to see a young man, you know, see something, a resource that needed to be put back in the community, and went out there and did it. It's a beautiful thing. I'm inspired. I know the projects is inspired. I know the kids are inspired. And anything that we can do, please, you family now. You always been family, but now you radio family as well. So if you can't find me, you know Al now, you know WIZZ, and this is your home as well, right?
Appreciate y'all. Family.
Anything you got, WIZZ?
None, just chilling.
Al, you want to give the rundown of the next shows coming up?
So of course, excuse me. Every single Wednesday, starting at 6 o'clock, we have Extremities ENT with Jose Rivera and Davon Franklin. We want to send a prayers out and recovery out to Davon Franklin. Yes. He was successful in receiving a brand new kidney. We just ask that the good Lord touches him and blesses him even more. Amen. And then we have Hood to Hood on Wednesday right after Extremities ENT. And then Thursday we got the infamous Wild Thoughts. Amen. Okay. And then on Saturday we have a Big Rich the Ruler show starting at 1 p.m. And then we have Love and Lust from 5 to 7 every other Saturday. And then on the opposite Saturday, of course, we got the one and only Behind Enemy Lines with Gatekeeper and WIZZ.
I want to thank everybody that tuned in today. I want to shout out to Jose Rivera. I saw him pop in for a second, and we didn't get to say what's up to him. Thank you for all the support that you guys have been giving us. Continue to go to the website. It's back up right now, ouraccessradio.com, and you can see all the previous shows that we've had up on Behind Enemy Lines, Hood to Hood, Extremities, Wild Thoughts, Big Rich the Ruler. They're all there. You can find us on any social media websites, Instagram, Facebook. Anything I'm missing? Where's Facebook, Twitch, Mixcloud, Twitch. And don't be afraid, all right? We have our own radio station as well that plays music on the 365 app, all right? And it's our Access Radio on 365. And we got some dope DJs that be mixing the music up. You know, I ain't gonna tell you who is Al. He be chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? It's good music that's gonna get you dancing around the house. I listen to it, so I'm not just a fan. I'm actually a supporter. So go ahead and support that station as well.
Yes.
Until next time, we out of here.
And happy anniversary to iAccess Radio.
Oh yeah, hold on. We gotta say happy Juneteenth and happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Happy Father's Day, y'all.
I want my flowers. Look, she hating already. She's hating already. So what? We want to say happy Father's Day right now. It's all month.
That's right. Even though we got you at Juneteenth.
Get your flowers, fathers.
I'm this, I'm that. I don't give a fuck cause I'm a bad chick. She nice, they tight. Get them big mad, here's a big laugh. Hold on, give me hype. Be moving shit, I be fucking lit. Hit them hard, on sight. I'm a savage. Hold up, wait. This hating shit got me nauseous. Tell him get back, I'm so fresh. When I got the juice, then I grab a bag. Let me see something, got the beat running. This stunt season, I'm the fucking reason. I grind hard during all season. Don't try to stop me cause I got this. I'm in, goddamn. This is why they yapping. Killing with kind of stuff. Niggas be capping. I'm this, I'm that. I don't give a fuck cause I'm a bad chick. She nice, they tight. Get them big mad, here's a big laugh. Hold on, give me hype. Be moving shit, I be fucking lit. Hit them hard, on sight. I'm a savage. Hold up, wait. What you doing? Why you up in my face? Keep it moving. For a bitch, catch a case. I see fluent. Now I'm about to change the pace up. They don't like it. Who cares? Stop trying to fight it. They weird. I'm on 1,000. Got 'em bouncing. They done fucked up now. I get the money. You niggas be bugging. You niggas be stunting for nothing. I am the life of the party. Really not worried about nothing. Sorry. I'm this. I'm that. I don't give a fuck cause I'm a bad chick. She nice. They tight. Get them big mad. Here's a big laugh. Hold on. Give me hype. Be moving shit. I be fucking lit. Hit them hard. On sight. It's that bitch. Yeah. I am the life of the party. Sorry.
I just wish that life could be different. Things we've been through ain't an easy thing. No, 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 no. Homeless, poor, racist, war, prejudged humans rotten to the core. So sad. Open your eyes, don't be blind. We're in the need a change. Let's heal the world. When the smoke clears, love will win the race. Oh, when the smoke clears, we'll see a new face. When the smoke clears, alright, alright, our nation must fight. Let's make the world a better place for you and I. Everybody got different views, but it's a respect thing in the end. Oh, endless murder, sickness, dying. Let's come together, reunited. Let's heal the world. When the smoke clears, love will win the race. Yes, it will. Oh, when the smoke clears, we'll see a new face. When the smoke clears, we be the same. We the human race, and we're fighting our